Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
We go, son. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it done.
They'll run on first down. It's Brooks. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Flushed out right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
On the ground, it's Cook. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
18 on the play. And the Vikings first down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 45 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Colts nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
I can't believe they even let you play. 11.
Out of the gun, Luck. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now Luck. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
I got it. Close. Watching you call.
Throwing is Love. Open here, Adam Thielen. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Hey, Alpha.
On first down, Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, watch the ball. 95's Mike. Watch it. Hey, high 7.
To the air again. Lock. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On first down, Hines. And he's going to get this one down inside. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
Mike 96. 12. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Love. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Vikings take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense at Summit.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Is that the one where it's like the last game, last law part ones of the game? I think it's the one that's the last.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Darnold, he lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
I think Hughes.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
I think he told me
Luck gives this one off to Mack.
they was down.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Hey, Echo. 96, Mike 96. Here we go, here we go. Hey, 96 is coming. We go Mike 96. Hey, check.
Throwing on 2nd down. Luck. Funchess has it complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
11. Hey, 96 is coming. We go Mike 96.
Now it's Luck. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's what the coach said. He said they was the worst loss. But he never got beat like that.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Off coach now.
Hey, you don't want to see me. Trying right. You don't want me.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. These two teams all tied after 1.
He was down 28 halftime. He said, I was in there breaking clipboards and everything. He said, we came out second half. We cut it to 6 in the 4th quarter. He said, the referee came by one time. He said, Coach, he said, I don't know what you told me at halftime, but this sure worked.
Let's get up. On. Let's get off the field, G. Watch the safety creep. Check 3. 11B.
Now Luck on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught by Funchess. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
It's crazy how once his colors change. His colors change.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Yeah.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Didn't they have black football jersey?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
We're in the shorts.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And Diggs has it. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 54 yards.
And they still were there. They were over this year.
From tying this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct
the last,
on both counts.
the last 2 years.
Because once he took off, I mean,
they look better than Russell.
That
Well, they
should have
look.
been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
They did not look good at all.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Brooks. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Varsity uniforms. I mean, they ain't old. They only like 3 or 4 years old. We had
on 2nd and 7, Darnold.
So we got
once we had the 20-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can play the football.
They want him. And look at the kids we got. They can't wear no daggone XL.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
They want a small. We got all smalls, mediums. And they still rolling up.
Darnold now to throw.
I mean, they're so tight.
He completes it to Boyd. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
In the region championship.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Then when they got to play the state quarterfinals at Roanoke College, they should have beat Wise Central. That's who Raffy ended up beating.
Now left to first to Mack. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Can't wait.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
He said he used to have to, like, study during school. It's like, if they didn't know it, he said,
from the 41,
he said they had
they'll find Paris Campbell, that's complete.
Lance of Blue.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Different variations. Then he said they had a free throw out of bounds.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
They would have a transition offense. It'd be like transition 1 through 3. He said it was like.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
No, this is the coach, not Matthew.
I call that play
a
success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
When they would split up and go over the plays, coach would be like, all right, you take these guys over here, and I'm going to take these, let's go over all the plays.
From the 44,
they be like,
he's going to air one out.
They go over 1 and 2,
and that's going to be
like
incomplete.
3, 4, 5, they be like,
good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Like, oh, yeah.
Thanks so much for getting the QB1 0 when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better.
He said they used to go on the team camps and stuff, and the coaches' clinics. They used to go to Duke, Carolina. Said they went to Vegas, the Booster Club. Used to get them anything they wanted.
Here's Luck. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Pin down.
Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game. But that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's a elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through.
Yeah,
I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
It's like you don't run that in no.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
He said you don't put no 5'8" guard.
Now Darnold gets this one to Hill. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
We're going to sign. Cross 98. 98 to Mike. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that.
Here's Darnold. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 49 yards.
They didn't go take
and the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
I swear
Set
I would
now to
never
kick this one
no
away,
plays
and
or
off
nothing.
it goes.
Last team. No athletic.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
I was worried about running no plays. I just run.
And it'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, he wouldn't run out the clock and start over.
Yeah.
Don't make any more mistakes.
When I moved
but there's
back,
also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half.
Funchess is free. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess.
I didn't see him want to do.
yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
When I was,
Tucker with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Man. Quell was you on coach.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
12 scores on 12 to 8.
This is fielded at the goal line.
Advances plays on, and Doug he held the ball.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
And they went to halftime. Scores like 12 to 8.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Man, Darnold mess it up for everybody. Martinsville playing straight 2-3.
Throws right side, and that's complete.
Until we played
a gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Third quarter, and they went man like the last minute of the third. And they played man the whole rest of the season. Full court, yep.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, we do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I was talking to coach, our 8th grade coach yesterday.
Staying on the ground with Matt.
He got hit on his head.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
But the fact you just been to all these camps and tournaments that they exposed, because the best 7th, 8th, 9th grader probably ain't even playing basketball somewhere in Russia.
3rd and 2, Luck.
Don't even pick up basketball.
He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back out.
Exposure's keeping from going to all the camps and stuff like that.
Bang, 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 bang.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Luck. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards the pickup there. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
The team, CP3 or whoever, the sponsor team, and you ride the bench, and you not.
Out of the gun, Luck. That's complete, right around the 8. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now, he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack taking it in. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
It's that size.
That's fielded in the end zone. And
you
no
can beat
run
up
back
on
here. This will be a
people around here.
touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Yeah. K-Spring had 2 6-8s. They're both going somewhere to play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned.
Like 12
because some teams sprint to start a half, other teams just go, okay,
So that's my
these are the
thing, too, when
sequence
it
of
comes
plays
to,
we
oh,
want
he
to
can
run.
score
These things work
touchdowns,
well
he
for
can
us.
do this or
And
do that.
sometimes they throw in that big
can be
chunk
good at
play
stuff
right
right
away.
now.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
Plays
See
of the
what they
year.
have up their sleeve.
That's averaging 12 assists. I mean, that's hard. Now, granted, you got K-Spring, like I said, had 2 6'8" inside and a knockdown shooter outside.
So from the 36
Still,
now,
12
first and
12 to
10.
1 assist turnover ratio. And he going to Raft to play baseball.
Darnold from the
He
gun.
ain't even know.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he
Basketball is his
goes.
thing, baby.
In on the
He
sack,
can
the
talk
former
baseball.
Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
He can play
Great
basketball
job
if he wanna play.
defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Escaping the pressure right.
They would have been fast.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself
hit the ball with
and
the
go
fence,
up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off of play action, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is
Couldn't get
absolutely
taken.
extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a run to Matt. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I ain't bragging because it's nice, but I know for a fact there's not a team we played all year, regular season or playoffs, that ran or has as many set plays as we did to get somebody up before a shot. They do what they want to do. And that's why they good, because them kids go to the line. They just ballers naturally.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
They ain't running no help
Picked off
man
at the
defense. They
47.
ain't got no rotations and none of that.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Man, how many plays you seen? How many times you see them
Charles,
draw a
I'm
shot
looking at you and
to get Troy
understanding that
Brandon
your mouth
a
is
shot?
wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
All the schools, why would you transfer there? You got daggone.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot on the scoreboard here this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
My thing, you got
Jaheim. One more in here before the quarter breaks.
They got Jaheim on the wing.
95 to Sam. No, check his mic. Cut. Gone right. On.
Every time they throw it in the post, like, yeah.
Second and 10, Luck again. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
That's what I don't get. I mean, I understand your friends and all of that, but if I was...
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
We got blown out by more.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But we also missing all
early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this team. It's got to be priority 1.
Then they're going to be all shell-shocked, and they just going to let Marjorie do it.
Throwing on 2nd down. Luck.
That's one thing I give Marjorie credit for. They don't care.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
From the 50, it's long.
Hey, you can rebound over me.
Oh, that was dangerous.
Over Jaheim.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, check Mike. Watch 55. Come on, D. Mike, 55. Reggie.
Because mark down.
Back to the air, Luck on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And you had that who was the other dude? Little short stocky dude, number 4. Ugly jump shot, but it go in.
3rd and long, it's Luck. Ebron with it over the middle.
That little box.
And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
I don't even think he finished school or something.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
When I heard that, I'm like, either PA suck or they ain't playing somebody to suck. Because he didn't even,
Hey, Haywood.
They snap it to Luck. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They just passed the ball right away.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
We started hitting shots. And then we were down. We were up 8.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on first and 10.
I can get out my head. About 1:28 left.
Cook following the penalty. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Hand check, Roger, push you, all of that. And then come back.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now it's Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they?
Yeah,
if they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Delta, protein spill.
To throw is Lott. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll keep it on the ground. Brooks And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them, not necessarily what you're looking for.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
Now Luck. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
This is a wide up 3 now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
55 is Mike, guys, 55. 11B. Rep. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. They gonna need some therapy. Hey, Alpha. Hey, check Mike. 12. Watch 55. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Check 43. Watch twist.
Here we go on 4th. Luck. He's going to let it fly. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess in the final minute, as they are now an extra point away from perhaps stealing one here in the final minute.
I don't think there's any great secret or mystery here. We're in the 4th quarter. You've got to take that shot, especially since you're down on the scoreboard. But I have to understand what was going on defensively. They've got to know that as well, don't they?
Absolutely, but they look lost defensively, and they took that shot, got in the end zone, now in position here to take the lead. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So Tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Darnold now to throw. Flushed out right. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Set, ready? Safety Gator. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Now.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. On 2nd down, it's Mack. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Hey, turn it up. Rush in. Rush in. 12. 95, Mike. 95.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough. Not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Colts, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Yo. I just been in utter shock after I just lost this game. I like him. I just don't know if I know how to use him. Maybe I don't shoot enough with him. Yep. So I have to play my backup, play just as much as he did. Anybody else? Anybody else after Trae Young? He feels dirt slow. Oh, that player's turn. All right, but